So because these two videos here were so successful and essentially grew the channel by themselves, I'm going to create an updated version since some of my viewers have, well, dated my videos. Dang. And I just want it to be known. My videos are for a very specific audience. If you are, one, looking for ways to move the Sims 4 game and data because it's not intuitive enough, two, trying to save space on your main hard drive, and three, have like little to no technical experience, then you fit the agenda. Oh, you'll also need some sort of USB device. I'm not technically picky because anything will work. It's just how well it will work. See the description for my recommendation for the best external drive for this particular setup. I'm going to try to break this down into small, easy to digest steps for anyone who struggles to do rather complicated stuff to their computer. And before we proceed, please do not do a single thing to your computer until you've watched this twice. I promise I'm not trying to garner watch time out of you. This is a genuine recommendation because some of the stuff in here can be well above some of my audience's heads, and that's okay. I promise it is. So if you're worried you might mess something up, don't stress. I got you covered. I so promise. Watch until the very end, and if you swear you're gonna probably mess something up after running through this video, I have something very special for that dedicated piece of my audience. But only the keenest listeners will catch it, so stay sharp. So, to start, you'll go ahead and open a File Explorer window. I've noticed that there are some people who don't have it pinned down here on the bar, so you may need to do a search in your Start menu for File Explorer. You'll see the icon just like this one or something similar. Now get to your Documents folder and look for Electronic Arts. Most of my customers' whole lives are in this folder. We're going to make sure we move it safely to an external drive and get it working properly for you. Be sure to check out this video here if you have a network drive instead that is accessible on your computer. Drag this window until it snaps to the left-hand side of your screen. Now, right-click any folder on the left-hand side and click Open in New Window. In this window, you'll go to this PC on the left and then plug your USB drive in at this point. I must warn you, if you're using an old drive, please back it up before continuing, because we're going to erase this whole drive. This is the fancy way of saying copy and paste its data on a separate computer somewhere it'll be safe. Because obviously, you're running out of space on this one. Now, right-click the drive and go down to Format. You're going to make sure the following is set up. The maximum capacity or largest number is selected. The file system is set to NTFS. The volume label is something you'll recognize. You can change it to something like Sims 4 Drive or anything you want. And that quick format is checked. Otherwise, you'll be waiting a while before it finishes. After all that is set up, you'll be ready to start. Again, make sure your old files are put somewhere if you want to keep them. They are going to be completely removed from this drive, so please put them somewhere if you need to keep them. Now, click Start. Then click OK on this little warning box. If you get this warning, be sure to click Yes for it to start. It should be really quick and give you a completion window. Click OK here to move on. Now your drive is completely empty. Close the little window to format the drive. You don't need this anymore. Snap this window to the right-hand side now. Next, we're going to search the Start menu for your Notepad app. Now start typing the following in this window: CMD space /C space Mklink space /D space, then put one set of double quotes. Now you can reorganize the windows as such. Snap the notepad to the left, the Documents file folder to the top right, and the last file folder to the bottom right. In the top right window, go into your Electronic Arts folder. This is the file folder we're going to move. If you have other game data in here that you prefer to keep other stuff in place with, go into that folder instead, like the Sims 4 folder. After you go into that folder, look at the top of the window for the location or the address bar. You're going to click in here. Make sure everything is selected and then hit Ctrl-C or right-click on it and hit Copy. Now, go to the Notepad window, go to the end of the line after the double quotes and hit Control V or right click and hit paste. Now finish this off by adding a set of double quotes at the end. Now add a space. Now whatever folder you just went into, click the up arrow to get outside of that directory to its containing folder. For some of you, this may say The Sims 4, and for others, Electronic Arts. Remember, both are correct. Now, right-click this folder and hit Cut. Your menu might not look like mine because I changed it, but if you're in Windows 11 and don't realize it, you'll see a pair of scissors here. Click on that. Now in the bottom right-hand window, go into the drive we just formatted. Right-click in the white space and create a new folder. To keep this simple, name this folder Game Data. This is going to be a separate folder from another one we're going to make later called Game Install. And because I've seen so many people accidentally combine their game data and game install folders, this makes it very hard to distinctify what's game data and what's the actual game that needs to run. So this is going to help keep that organized. Now go into this folder and right-click in the blank space. You'll then select Paste, or you'll be looking for a little clipboard icon here to paste with. Not gonna lie, these confused the crap out of me when I upgraded to Windows 11. Now that the folder is moved, there shouldn't be an Electronic Arts or The Sims 4 folder in your top right window, whichever one you decided to move. Now, go ahead and go into the folder you just pasted. Select the location like we did in the top right window earlier, right-click and hit Copy or hit Control-C to copy it. Now go to the notepad and add a set of double quotes. I added them here just a bit earlier, but I wanted to make this make sense for all of you. So after you add these quotes, right-click and hit Paste in this window or hit Control-V. Both of the parts in quotes in this window should end the same. If the first one ends in Electronic Arts, the second one should too. If the first one ends in The Sims 4, then the same should happen for the second one. This will ensure your symbolic link is perfect. This is all the prep work for the real work to be done. There are some important things to note here before we move on. There should be spaces between the following: CMD and the /C, the /C, and Mklink, and the /D, and the first pair of double quotes, and between both sets of double quotes. I'm pointing this out here since there have been hundreds of users mentioning they had syntax error. These spaces will help avoid syntax errors and make sure that your command runs properly. Now, go ahead and highlight all of the text in this notepad. Right-click it and hit Copy. Now we're going to open the Run dialog. This will feel odd, and many of you might not have known you could do this, but right-click directly on the Start menu. This is going to pull up this strange set of options. You're looking for a Run option. It's typically near the bottom of the options. Click it to open it. It's going to pull out this cute, quaint little box with a blank in it. Type CMD into the box. Now, don't just hit enter yet. We're going to press 3 buttons here together: Control, Shift, and Enter. I'll show you with the on-screen keyboard what you'll be doing with your keys. It'll be that scenario. If you wish, you can also right-click the Start menu and go to Terminal Admin, PowerShell Admin, and Command Prompt Admin will all work for what's needed here. So if you see only one of the other options, that's absolutely fine. If you did either of these, check for any window that says Administrator at the beginning of the title. This is actually super important. If you have 2 windows here, close one and snap the other one to the left-hand side of the screen. Now remember, we copied something earlier. We're going to hit Control-V here or right-click in this black and white text box to paste that command in here. Whether the command is colorful or not, like this, does not matter. So don't panic about that. Just go ahead and hit the Enter key. If we set up everything correctly, then there should be a great message saying that a symbolic link was created between your folders. If you get a message saying file could not be created when a file already exists, then check out this video here. If you don't get this on first try, don't feel discouraged. As awesome as I look these days, magically whipping people's computers' data into organized folders, instantly creating symbolic links, and even doing this on Mac OS machines, this was not always the case. See, to tell you the truth, before I even started this channel, I had no idea how to run this command. And more embarrassingly, I ran into so many errors for months trying to get it to where it would even become the slightest bit understandable for me to even learn it. This is essentially what started this channel, and why I say don't feel embarrassed is because you might not have even been like I was at the time. I had already had 7 or 8 years of tech and programming knowledge at my grasp, and this seemingly simple task was absolutely bewildering to me. And even once I learned it, I still was having a hard time wondering how I could even demonstrate this to other people. So please don't feel frustrated if it doesn't work for you the first time. It didn't work for me for like the first time, the second time, the 50th time. I mean, this was literally the savior for how to move the Sims 4 game off of my dinosaur of a computer, and I couldn't even get it going. So don't feel discouraged. This story I just gave you is most of the reason why I offer my services for doing this for you. See, it's very important for me that you don't waste time doing things. Time is valuable to everyone, and whether or not you have a family you'd like to be with, dogs you'd like to be running around the park, or worst case scenario, you have a Sims installed that has been dead in the water since you first opened it 7 years ago, and the thought of it makes you want to cry because you miss it so much. So please do not hesitate to check out the links in the description for getting the help you really need to have a better life. Because if you're wasting time doing this, that's time elsewhere you're missing out on when you could be doing more impactful things with your loved ones. Stay tuned till the end for something just for you who don't want to waste your time. So, if you're really lucky, you'll have created a symbolic link in your top right folder. Just refresh the folder and you'll see a new folder icon with a shortcut looking icon on it. Unfortunately, years ago, I found too that a folder shortcut doesn't work here either. If you right click on it and go to properties, you'll see that everything points to the external drive. Now it's time to move the game itself. The full actual copy of what you download using the EA app. If you're interested in what the difference is between the stuff in the documents folder and what's in the program files folder, check out this video linked up in the corner here. So first of all, we're not going to uninstall anything, so your game is going to stay exactly as it is. In your top right folder, go ahead and go to this PC on the far left side. Go into your Windows drive. For most of us, it'll be the C drive that says Windows. Now make your way into the program files folder. This area is typically a little intimidating, but don't worry, there's nothing to break here if you follow this to a T. Inside your program files folder, look for EA Games. This is the regular directory that EA puts the game in. If you're running Steam, check out this video here for how to move your game. Find your The Sims 4 folder and go into it. Now we're going to do the exact same thing we did to move the Electronic Arts and for some of you the Sims 4 folder.
One of Alex's Sims 4 customers learned the hard way why online security isn't optional. She downloaded mods using public Wi-Fi, and within days, her entire external drive, where she stored all of her Sims 4 saves, mods, and custom content, was completely wiped. Not a single file could be recovered, even with professional data recovery tools. When Alex checked her system, he found 4 Trojan viruses running in the background. What could have possibly gone wrong? This is exactly why gamers need a VPN with built-in threat protection. A service like NordVPN encrypts your connection, keeping hackers from stealing your data, and its threat protection blocks dangerous downloads before they can destroy your files. And right now, NordVPN is just $3.39 a month, with 72% off of their 2-year plan, plus up to a year free. It's high speed, protects up to 10 devices, and could be the difference between keeping your files safe or losing everything. Avoid the nightmare before it starts. Check the link in the description and secure your connection today.
Open up the notepad window from earlier. Erase everything from the first set of quotes forward. Remember to keep a space at the end of the /D after Mklink. Now in your top right folder, go to the address or location, select the entire text, right-click it, and then hit copy or hit Control-C. Now in the notepad window, type your double quotes back in and hit Control-V or right-click and paste here. And add the finishing double quotes at the end. Then type a last space. On the bottom right-hand window, go to this PC to take you all the way to the top level. Find your external drive and double-click it. Now right-click in the empty space and create a new folder. This folder is going to be called Game Installs. This is going to differentiate it from the actual data that we put in the other folder earlier. Now go into your newly created folder. In the top right window, go ahead and go up a directory so you actually see the folder named The Sims 4. Right-click the folder and click Cut or the scissors. In the bottom right-hand window, right-click in the open space and hit Paste. For this example, you'll see that I have an option called TerraCopy. This app moves files much faster than the regular file explorer. If you're curious about it, check out the link in the description and download and install it to get this option so you can move your files much faster too. Once you notice the files are completely moved, or if there's not a file folder in the top right folder called The Sims 4, but there's a folder in the bottom right called The Sims 4, then that means that you did it correctly. Now go into your new The Sims 4 folder. We're going to copy the address bar one more time and add a double quote to the end of our stuff in the notepad window. Hit Ctrl V to quickly paste it, or right click and hit paste. End it with a set of double quotes and make sure that you have, again, 5 distinct spaces in place. Working with EA support and their forums can be a bit of a gamble, and you might get help or you might not. And if you play with mods like I do, you're not even officially supported. That's why I offer a dedicated service where I take care of all the heavy lifting for you. Through remote sessions, I work directly with you to solve your Sims 4 issues, whether it's fixing a game that won't load, moving your game or save files to another drive, troubleshooting mods, or tackling any other technical issues with your game. I handle all the hard work so you don't have to, making sure your game runs as smoothly as possible. Check out the description for more details on how to subscribe and get your Sims game fixed today. And by the way, this isn't just for Sims 4 players. If you're still enjoying the charm of The Sims 3, I can help you out there too. Again, they're between CMD and /C, the /C and Mklink, the Mklink and /D, the /D and the first set of double quotes, and between the 2 sets of double quotes. Now that all the prep work is done again, select the entire thing and hit copy. Now go ahead and bring back the command prompt or terminal thing and right click in there to paste it. Now, if you hit enter, you should see your successful confirmation that a symbolic link was created. If you managed to get through both of these scotch-free, then congratulations. Now, the easy part. Open up EA, sign in, and hit play on your game. If you see that an update is required, you can absolutely ignore that by going to the 3 lines to the top left corner and finally clicking Go Offline. Just confirm that you want to go offline and that'll be all for that. Now, click the play button next to your game to start it. And if your mods folder is small and your drive is pretty fast, then the game will load up pretty quickly. Again, be sure to check out the link in the description for the drive I recommend to get the most performance and fastest loading time from your Sims 4 game. And as you can see here, my D drive is absolutely fully maxed out, so that's an indicator that the game is being read in the right place. You may need to re-enable mods and restart the game, so do that really quickly and restart The Sims 4. And there you have it, guys. How to move everything Sims 4 off of your computer onto an external drive and have it completely linked. If you were keen on staying until this point, then you'll be glad to know that I wasn't kidding. If you really are terrified of computers or even just don't want to risk breaking something or don't want to waste precious time, I feel you. Head over to the link at the bottom of the description and look for my discount code to get 40% off your first month and get ridiculously awesome benefits when you become a member of my Sims 4 diagnostic package. Read through some of the reviews and get comfortable before purchasing. These are real-life reviews from absolutely real people, and I really want you to feel at ease and comfortable from when you come to my page to when I actually start to touch your computer. And I promise to keep that going all the way through even after you check out for the last time for my services and stop using my services altogether. I'm here for you genuinely, and I want you to know that I will do everything I can to make your Sims 4 experience everything it should be. That's why I do this for all of you. So check out the link in the description, get your discount, and I hope to see you on the other side. Until next time.